place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Ready. Ready.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Check field.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Ready.
To throw now, here's Love.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. This defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
On 2nd and 12, Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got the connection to Moore, and he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Packers had 10-6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, go steal.
Again, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, Love. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Yeah, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Opposite, green. Set.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Ready, set.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, right.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Set.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. Because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Red, yellow. White, white. Hut, hut.
Love now. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up second down.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Black open. Yellow. Ready?
Throwing. Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to have the Packers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Green jack.
First down, Love to pass, eluding the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tack McKinley able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Strike. Strike. Ready?
Now Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Drill green.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ready.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love.
A check down here to Jones.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Love. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, Love.
That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Love looking to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Jordan Love ready on first down here.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To the air again. Love. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tonyan.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. The final shot before break. Purdy. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
To try again after the sack.
Purdy. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And it's taken in at the 9.
A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and the advance at downfield.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of this caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7. Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape for the 1st and goal.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. To a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine, But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
An extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready?
Love from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Watson complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Love from the gun. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we
Ball
go.
on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Black shot. Cut.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
3rd and long for Love. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one, because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh no! Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over.
They're on the 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Throws out left, it's caught by Williams.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now, because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets its offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now, because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Purdy. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Mo Cox, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the scores Lions 28, Packers 21. Jack Fox to kick off the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Love with a give to Dillon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ready.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Love. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have one interception. He had one last week and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
Purdy's throw going into the hands of Williams.
the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Touchdown, Detroit.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Jack Fox to kick off the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Being chased out left. Pass complete, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to look deep for more. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Detroit, they get that important 10th win to finish the race.